Hey guys, today I will be tearing down this heavy DC model. This is a heavy duty DC model, very big and very compact, can drive almost anything as long as you supply power to it. And this is a brushed DC model, and what you see me holding here is the brush. So this is one of the brush. This very motor here can actually uses about 8 pieces of brushes, and you can see this one here has more size on it. So this is just to show you how it looks when the brush are eating up. So they go as short as this and even more, because they have somewhere where they are seated around just right there that fits them, but when they are eating up they will not be able to have direct contact to the commutator. So the commutator bar is actually what you might be able to see through the holes here close to the brush. Is a copper color metal, and it's also a copper, right? But just the color of the cup, so you'll be able to know it. So this brush is sits directly to the commutator, right? And these brushes act as light distributor, that's power distributor. They take the light from the battery and they dissipate it through the commutator. So the brush is very important in the DC model. In fact, without the brush being active, there will be no spread of light. So this is the architecture of this DC model. You can see how big it is, how giant or gigantic it actually looks. So today mainly I will be focusing on talking about how this monstrous brush DC model actually works, right? Because when I brought it, I dismantled it and I make sure that everything is in order, intact, right? I opened it up, it's quite eating up. I try to check the connections, check for leakages, bridges of this wire. Some parts are burned out as a result of high current passing through the source, so I had to reconnect it and re-insulate it. So I tested everything, making sure that they are going through and it's heavy and running well. So you can see the rotor bar is just so big, just so heavy. So this part here is where you call the commutator, that is directly fitted alongside with the brushes. So this is a very decent overview of your brushed DC model. So how this type of model really works is that it uses brushes to deliver current to the motor winding through a mechanical communication. So in essence, the architecture of this model consists of a permanent magnet known as the stator and a motor coil known as a rotor connected to the commutator. So when power is supplied to this motor through the battery or a DC source, electricity flows from the source to the armature through those brushes that you see here. So as soon as the armature or the rotor gets its power, it takes the characteristics of a magnet, and its poles starts repelling the poles of the permanent magnet, which makes up the stator, right? And the poles start repelling the rotor, so it will start to rotate in this condition with a speed and a torque. And the speed is actually generates strongly depend on the strength of the magnetic field around it, right? So the current that actually flows through heavily characterize how those fluids are made up of. So right here I record this. I try to make more installations after checking all these parts to make sure that it's intact and there's no leak or breach on it in a current in this model. So couple it back and it's looking very good, very good. So thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe this video to this channel, just like I will be talking about a lot much more around this model and many much more as I continue, taking you around on this project. So stay with me, guys. I love you. Bye.